All right. Good day, everybody. It is Tuesday, August the 30th, 2022. A lot in the news today. Some interesting stuff. Thought I'd bring it to your attention. So let's start off with the first one. Climate crazy EU faces up to a decade of terrible winters thanks to their Russian gas addictions. So, what are they talking about? Well, I'll just briefly cover this. If you want to read more about it, you can catch it in Breitbart. The European Union now faces up to 10 years of terrible winters of energy insecurity as a result of its green agenda, with many nations in the bloc having have gotten themselves addicted to Russian gas in service of climate change crazy ideas. Nations across European Union could face a future of 5 to 10 years of energy insecurity thanks to its climate crazy energy policy, something that saw many countries within the bloc addict themselves to Russian gas in service of their green new agendas. So, why am I highlighting this? I'm highlighting this because, folks, the Green New Deal, we all know, is a joke. It's absolutely impossible to go completely green, and it's many things. It's control. It's a money grab. It's just a horrible policy all the way around for any country, including the United States of America, adopting the Green New Deal. It's ludicrous. All right. Next headline. I thought this was pretty interesting. Breitbart Business Digest. Only 38% of Biden voters say we're in a recession versus 82% of Trump voters. That's a stark difference, right? A solid majority of Americans think we are in a recession, but that census conceals some deep divided on the economy. And here's just some of the numbers real quick. The divides do not run that deep along demographic lines. The most recent poll from the Economist and YouGov found that 58% of Americans say that we are in a recession today. Men are slightly more likely than women to say we're in a recession at 59% to 57%. A 51% majority of blacks say that we're in a recession, with 27% saying we're not, and 22% saying that they're not sure. Among Hispanics, 53% say we're in a recession, 22% say we are not, and 25% say that they're not sure. So, you know, I think the majority of Americans realize that we're in a recession, and buckle up, folks. That's all I can tell you. All right, next headline I want to cover real quick is NPR's um, column that they just put out. Economic economists are in the most universal harmony. Now, listen to this because this has been in the news now for the last almost week. They're in universal harmony that Biden's debt cancellation plan is, quote, a bad idea. And this is Republicans and Democrats. On Monday edition of NPR's The Indoctrination of Planet Money, co-host Patty economics, including members of both Republican and Democrat administrations, are in almost universal harmony on the Biden student loan forgiveness plan. They think it's a bad idea. Okay, so John Estabrooks brought up in Podbean this morning a really good point. Now, this is the Democrats using this as a talking point. So this is something that Nancy Pelosi put out. That she even said that Joe Biden cannot sign an executive order to cancel any kind of debt like that. It's unconstitutional. It has to go through Congress. So what I'm telling you guys is this is a ploy. This is their talking point. So when we get into October, the Democrats are going to use this. They're going to talk about it and say, hey, look what we did for you students. So the students out there that are 20, 21, 22 years old, they don't know that this is unconstitutional. They have no clue. They're going to look at it as, hey, I'm going to vote for the Democrats in 2022. Why? Because they canceled my debt. Even though that this is going to be debunked and refuted, and it's going to go by the wayside by the first of next year. It's never going to happen. It's a way for the Democrats to buy votes, plain and simple. All right, I found this very interesting. I reported on this months ago, but it looks like there are Americans in the state of New York and especially New York City that are fighting back. Black Americans file federal lawsuit against NYC for law allowing foreign nationals to vote. Now, what are you talking about there, LW? Well, I reported months and months ago that the city of New York actually was coming up with a law to allow the Board of Elections were going to allow almost 1 million foreign nationals to vote in citywide elections. A handful of Black Americans residing in New York City have filed a federal lawsuit against the city's Board of Elections for the local law that would allow nearly 1 million foreign nationals to vote in citywide elections. So Breitbart News has chronicled Democrats on the 51 member of New York City Council approved a plan last month that would allow more than 800,000 foreign nationals with green cards, visas, and work permits the opportunity to vote in citywide elections so long as they have resided in the city for at least 30 consecutive days, not 30 consecutive months, 30 consecutive days. They would be allowed to vote in that citywide election. Now, this party, these four Black Americans that have filed this lawsuit through the PILF, they're filing on grounds that it violates the 15th Amendment and the Voting Rights Act. So kudos to them. I'm glad they're fighting back because that's absolute ridiculous. Now you know why we have open borders, right? Now you know why people are flooding across our southern border and why the Democrats and the Biden administration is just waving them on in. All right, next headline. Exclusive. Now listen to this. This is a win. This is a big W. Big W. Florida school boards are in for a quote major reset after conservative wins. Now, let's dive a little bit deep into this headline and stick with us till the end of headline hits because I'm going to play the trailer for My Son Hunter. And I hope the volume works on that now I think about it. Okay, so after massive wins in school board elections across Florida, conservative board members Bridget Zingler and April Carney told Breitbart News Saturday that public education in the Sunshine State is in for a major reset. We're going to restore the integrity of public education because we're focusing on educating, math, civics, reading, writing, and not focusing on inappropriate sexualization of our children, inappropriate material, and any kind of political agenda just has no place there. Zingler told the county board member who won re-election on August 23rd. So she went on further to say that the school board flipped. Now listen to this. Here's where we win. The school board flipped from a 3-2 leftist majority. So 3 liberals, 2 conservatives. It completely flipped to a 4-1 conservative majority. So 4 conservatives to 1 liberal. She also went to say that a conservative county, but we had a liberal majority for decades. So they had a liberal majority for decades, but parents finally got sick of it, got involved at their local level, went in, found conservative candidates that they could vote for, voted for them, got them in the office, and flipped it to a 4-1 conservative majority. A lot of times people didn't pay attention, she explained. We have a great school district, but you have a liberal majority where they started to really push it. The gender ideology and the CRT components. And so flipping it to a 4-1, like a super incredibly exciting. So if you don't think that that is possible, that you can't do it at your local level, folks, there you go. There's a roadmap. There's people that are doing it. It's really positive and good news. So here's something that I found very disgusting. We talk about it here at LWN, and I have to highlight this. It's what's going on in our world, folks. Listen to this. A 10-year-old trans model with trans mother is setting to go undergo surgery at 16. Now, listen to this story. A 10-year-old child, the world's youngest transgender model, which how do kids get into modeling? Their parents, right? Lives with a transgender mother and her mother's trans partner and is set to undergo surgery at age 16. Now, um, Noel, I don't even know how to pronounce the name, has recently garnered attention for modeling at the New York Fashion Week. The boy reportedly told his parents, now listen to this, told his parents that he was a girl at age 2. Now, how many of us, even when we were kids, probably said ridiculous things like that when we were children? How many of us have had our children want to play dress up like mommy? It's just, in my opinion, it's just part of nature. But of course, we don't encourage it, we don't promote it. But yeah, children say ridiculous things all the time. Heck, I think there's even a TV show out there, the ridiculous things that kids say. So he then began socially transitioning and presenting himself as a girl at just 4 years old. His name was legally changed when he was 7. His mother used feminine pronouns in reference to her son and remarked she would refuse to wear boys' clothes and had tantrums because she was so when she was so young, she knew what she wanted. She didn't have the words to say it. I should have known earlier, as she hated anything masculine. So I bought her to, now listen, I brought her to a gender clinic at age 4, folks. Age 4. At age 2, this child could barely speak, but she just knew because she put boys' clothes on him and he threw a fit that he wanted to be a girl. She also reported medical professionals at Lurie Children's Hospital in Chicago that he was a boy. Now, listen to this. It was also revealed that Rudux, the child, apparently lives with his biological mother and her partner, who are both transgender. And the biological mother, her partner is a, listen to this, her partner is a social justice activist. This is these people experimenting on our children, folks. I know this is her biological child, but look at the brainwashing that's going on. I'm not going to read any more of this article because it's pretty disgusting. If you guys want to catch it, you can catch it on Breitbart. But holy cow, um, 10 years old, started at age 2, and that's what they're doing to the country. I'm going to throw this out here one last time. I really got to be careful how what words I use, but I just want to let you guys know it's still cycling, and we're going to see where it goes. So, Orange Man declares, "Declare me rightful winner," or redo. And that's all I'm going to say. It's in the news. I reported it last night on the big show. So it's still out there, and we're going to see where that takes us, folks. I'm going to keep my eye on it. All right, next headline. FBI official accused of shutting down Hunter Biden probe resigns. So the senior FBI official accused by whistleblowers of sabotaging the Hunter Biden probe has left the bureau, according to multiple reports. Timothy Tabalt, a former assistant special agent in charge in the FBI's Washington field office, resigned from his post and was seen escorted out of the building on Friday by the Washington Times. So, but this is a normal thing. So, Tabalt, who had been with the FBI for more than 2 decades, had been on leave for a month, and it remains unclear if he was forced to resign or he left on his own accord, according to the report. Tabalt also was at retirement age, and being escorted out is standard protocol for those leaving, according to CBS. So anyway, there was some pressure put on him by Senator Chuck Grassley, Republican from Iowa, and Representative Jim Jordan, Republican from Ohio, who was calling for a lot of information on this guy, put a lot of pressure on him. Looks like he has resigned, stepped down, asked to leave. I don't know. One of those. So let me type in something real quick. Okay. Let me go to the next headline. Now, I found this pretty interesting. Pretty stinking interesting. Russiagate. Is it back? I don't know. An exclusive. Lee Smith. People I trust say FBI raid was search for Russiagate documents at Mar-a-Lago. When I read this headline this morning, I was sitting there thinking, are you kidding me? We're back to Russia again? Well, I don't know. So this columnist, Lee Smith, author of The Plot Against the President, the true story of how Congressman Devin Nunes uncovered the biggest political scandal in U.S. history, said colleagues and peers of his whose judgment he trusts speculate that the FBI's raid on former President Donald Trump's private residence in Mar-a-Lago was a search for documents related to its Russiagate surveillance operation of the 45th president. I read this article in Breitbart and I just was shaking my head. I could not believe what I was reading. Are they really truly trying to go after him for Russiagate yet again? I think the best way to understand this is in the context of the 6-year-long operation targeting Donald Trump, Donald Trump's aides, Donald Trump's supporters, Smith said on Sirius XM Radio's Breitbart News Sunday with host Joel Pollack. I have different colleagues and peoples whose insight and whose wisdom I trust very much. And they believe that what the FBI was looking for were documents related to what FBI called crossfire hurricane investigation, but what most of the rest of us know as the Russiagate operation meant to target candidate Trump, then President-elect Trump, and then President Donald J. Trump. So there you have it, folks. That's just one perspective. Is it true? I don't know. It's very, very possible. All right. Last headline, and then I'm going to try to play the video. Hopefully the sound will come through for you guys. This thing is going absolute viral. My Son Hunter, the trailer hits 3.5 million cross-platform views over Truth Social debut. So this came out on Truth Social last week. I've seen it a couple of times. I'm going to play it for you guys, and hopefully the sound comes through fine. The full theatrical trailer for highly anticipated future film My Son Hunter has spread like wildfire online after its official debut on Truth Social last week, racking up more than 3.5 million cross-platform views. The trailer debut also followed by an all-star panel discussion hosted by Truth Social CEO and former California Congressman Devin Nunes, who hoped this platform's success in pushing John Rich's hit song Progress to hit the top charts could replicate and promotion of My Son Hunter. So this is going to be a big box office thing. And I'm telling you guys, it's quite interesting what they put out there. So let me on this. Let me see if I can get the volume to work on this. Let me drop down here. I wanna play this for you guys. Just a minute. Now, let me share screen. Because this one is pretty stinking good. All right, here we go. I'll be watching. Well, I can't watch chat, so hopefully there's some sound. Check this out.
So it's going down.
You know who I am.
They told me you were VIP. Well connected to the government.
What kind of a moron for up this leather shop? You're a Biden. Act like everything he built in life. I don't know everything that's on that laptop that can ruin my friend, it's time.
Didn't you know I'm taking control? I'm making appearances and I gotta go cause I get a pants. Yeah, I walk in and they go bananas. I'm a bad get you in my
Tell me how I can help you.
But I don't live. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I've been through worse.
Smartest man I know. Thanks. I just wish I could make some sense. I'll never forget it. We were talking about suffering.
I can't seem to find anything but from the Bidens.
Who's the point man for the foreign policy no bothers you? Joe Biden. Someone looks like you need $1 billion.
Sebastian X.
Where's Hunter? I can remember getting some money, but I can't remember what for. Like my dad says, we never discuss my businesses, period. What?
What's that? Joe's in on it.
Where are you over?
You had everything, Hunter, and you threw it all away. You hope the laptop will take down everybody with you.
Get out! China's not our enemy. They're not bad folks. I love my dad, and I just want to make him proud. I am the one who brings in all the deals. I am the one. Good boy.
All right. There you have it, folks. There you have it. My son, Hunter. Check it out. Share. Put that out there as often as you possibly can. I think a lot of Americans need to see that video. Peter Schweitzer also helped in that video with his book, Red Handed. So that's all we have for today, folks. We'll be back at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard tonight for the big show. God bless. Much love. Catch you on the next one.